Everybody, I want to wisdom here. It is August 5th, 2015. Big day thanks to Gamescom. We're going to be covering some Skylanders SuperChargers news. It's going to include the online adventure mode, online race modes, and the racing action packs, as well as some screenshots, illustrations, character artwork, things of that nature. This is one of those videos where I'll be talking. I try to stage the slides as best I can to leave room for discussion, so we will just roll with it. That said, if you have not joined the SkylanderClub forum, I encourage you to do so. You're the reason I built the site. Check it out, SkylanderClub.com. If you like what you see, sign up. We've got the polls, classifieds, discussion, and of course we're on Twitter. Now, two modes were announced with online elements. This is going to be applicable to the Xbox One and 360, the PS4, PS3, and the Nintendo Wii U. Those are all in the same classification. 3DS, similar but slightly different. No online for the Wii. Now, those two modes that were announced are Adventure Mode and Race Mode. Race Mode is going to be new and what you're probably interested in. Adventure Mode is what you've come to know and expect in the previous four Skylanders games. That's it. Adventure mode. You've got your traditional single-player adventure. You've got local co-op that you should be accustomed to if you're into that sort of a thing. But now you have online co-op, meaning you could play with me. Racing mode. It's basically time trials. Local split screen, which is offline, no internet involved, and online multiplayer, which is again where most people will be vesting their interest. Broke those down a little bit more for you. In time trials, from what I can tell, they're 3-lap races. You compete for the #1 spot on the leaderboard. I assume it's friend based. I think I read somewhere it was friends of friends included as well. So more on that maybe later if we have time. Local offline split screen. If you live in the middle of nowhere, kind of like I do, and you don't have internet, but you've got a friend, a child, a spouse, brother, sister, whatever, you can play just fine split screen. The online racing, you can use up to 4 players, so you and 3 friends. I think all the races have 8 characters, obviously 4 AI, don't hold me to that. There is voice chat with friends, that'll be cool. Cross-platform, more on that later. Now, each starter pack is going to include 6 tracks, so if you just buy the starter pack, you can race 2 land, 2 sea, and 2 sky. Now, how this interacts online, if your friend has a race action pack and you don't, I don't know. It might be host, I'm not sure. Nintendo 3DS, basically you've got local head-to-head, think your traditional DS and 3DS like Mario Kart 7. And then you've got online with, again, up to 4 players, and obviously you would scratch the voice chat, unless they've done some crazy stuff. Nintendo Wii, no online whatsoever, and once again, local 2-player split screen. Now, I've got a serious question. I assume that you would be able to play that solo, but it's never actually been stated. Skylanders SuperChargers Racing. This is a standalone game. It's only the Wii and 3DS versions. I guess they're the exact same. No one's elaborated on it. It's a dedicated racing combat game, new tracks. I have no clue what the 50 new experiences means. That said, this is cool. Skylanders SuperChargers Racing Action Packs. They're going to include the Skylanders SuperCharger, their signature vehicle, and the villain trophy retail for $35. There's going to be 3 of them. Why 3? Well, you've got land, sea, and sky. That is why. So, Superchar will say Deep Dive Gill Grunt, the Reef Ripper, and a trophy. What is the trophy, you're probably asking? Well, each villain trophy will unlock new content, most notably 2 new tracks, and then you're going to get 3 modes that they listed out with no elaboration. Super Villain Cup, Boss Pursuit, and Mirror Cup. Mirror Cup probably like Mirror Cup and Mario Kart. There are 4 villains in each of the 3 racing action packs. Obviously 4 times 3 or 3 times 4 is 12. That means there's going to be 12 total villains from these action packs. There could be more. You can defeat the villains and then gain the ability to race as that villain. That villain can then be stored on the trophy and raced at a friend's house. So If I come in and I race Wolfgang, we'll say, and I defeat him, I can save him to a trophy, take him to my nephews, and race him. Now, logic would now dictate that the Dark Edition Starter Pack's Chaos Trophy either unlocks Chaos directly or serves as another 2 tracks, maybe 2 dark tracks, maybe extra bonus villains, I don't know. What we do kind of know through the beautiful leak system, we've seen what should be a Wave 1 racing action pack, Supercharged Gil, the Reef Ripper, and the Sea Trophy, which has the Golden Queen's head, so you'd have to assume she's involved. Why, when she was an Earth villain, I don't know, but hey. There's also a pretty good shot online of a Sky Racing action pack. It includes Astro Blast, the Sunrunner, and the Sky Trophy, which looks to be Wolfgang. That kind of makes sense, I guess, given he was in outer space, future of Skylands. This thumbnail right here, this screenshot, this is what everybody will be using because it shows Skylander Racing split screen. So, it looks like right here it is Sharkshooter Terrafin in the Shark Tank versus Fiesta in the Crypt Crusher. If I was driving, Terrafin would be winning. Now, right here, this is interesting. Like, oh, it's hot streaking, you know, everything. Well, Pinata's there, and Pinata's got his own car. Now, is he unlockable? Can you play as him? Is he just like a random non-playable character villain AI type thing? I'd have to assume he's unlockable, but again, no confirmation. Right here, this is Supercharged Chaos. Again, I don't know if the Chaos Trophy would unlock him or if it is treated just like the other ones that they've described in the press releases, where we have to work our way up to battling Chaos, then we unlock him, and then you can go take him on the trophy to your friend's house. Not sure. That said, these are some things I thought you'd like to check out. They follow a format of Hurricane Jetpack, so you're going to be looking at the figure, the Sky Slicer. You'll be looking, I'm sorry, the Jetstream, my bad. And then the supercharged version. This is an illustration, not a screenshot. So, Stormblade, that's our Element Newlander. Now the Sky Slicer comes on. This is a lot to take in, especially when you haven't seen it hand in hand. But so, basically, you're going to be looking at the figure, at the toy, and then the illustration. That was epic. That was Sharkshooter Terrafin. There's his vehicle. That's the first time I've seen it. And here it is, supercharged. I love kind of like the bomber plane effect on the front quarters there. You got Spitfire. You kind of seen that. Hot streak. And then, of course, the illustration. But I just wanted to put this in here. It was included, and some of you like this stuff, so we'll take it from there. Super Shot Stealth Elf. Now this is interesting. That's the best shot we've seen of that. And so it looks pretty cool there. And then this is a supercharged version. I kind of liked it regular, but I guess that's like a lot of things. So there's Fiesta, Crypt Crusher, and then of course you'll see their supercharged combo, so on and so forth. Where was I going to go while we take a look at this? Dive Clops, Dive Bomber, you know the drill. I had some point I was going to make, and I cannot think of what it was. So we'll just hold off on that, I guess. There's Deep Dive Gilgrunt. Again, that's a really derpy angle in-game. He actually looks pretty cool. Okay, now coming up, this is going to be the first high-quality image you have seen of Nightfall. Turns out, it's a chick. It looks like a dude to me, but hey, whatever. There's the Sea Shadow in standard form. Looks really good. And right there is a supercharged version. She's got like sonar on the ship for the battle sequences and everything. There's supercharged DK in the Barrel Blaster with Diddy Kong. And then, of course, supercharged Clown Cruiser with Bowser. So, racing mode screenshots. All of these are supercharged. So that is Hurricane Jetvac in the Jetstream, hence the supercharged. There it is again. Terrafin. It's going to be sweet stuff. Now, right there's Wolfgang in The Last Racer. Pretty excited about that. There's a lot you can take in the backgrounds. So feel free to pause the video, rewind it, whatever you need to do. That's like a Christmas-themed level. Apparently, they're like going to be typical racing games. So you'll go from like the Sky or Dragons back here to a Christmassy level. It'll probably be like an undead Halloween-y type thing. Your standard variety kart racers, if you will. So, here we go. Is there cross-platform? For example, PS4 versus 360. If I'm on the Wii U and you're on the Xbox One, can I race as Bowser and show up on your console? I don't think there is. I really don't. But it's something that I felt like should have been addressed. Not necessarily the Wii U aspect, but you know, like PS4 versus 360. I don't do a lot of online stuff because my internet's not that great, but I assume it isn't. But there's also no information on if Bowser and DK. This is what people are asking me all the time, and I don't know. Personally, I wish there was a Dark 3DS edition, because the Dark edition of the Wii game, I don't know. With no mention of PvP, I'm thinking it's gone, or just it's there and it's like, oh, no one cares about that, which I do. I personally feel like it would add a lot more replay value, and I think it was initially the most logical online edition. My computer just went to sleep. Okay, crisis averted. I've personally, as you know, pushed for both a standalone PvP game and a standalone Skylanders racing game. That should be plural, but hey, I don't really care. I've said this since SSA, and my initial thing when they took PvP away was like, man, that should just really be standalone. And I've always thought a kart racer made sense. I'm excited to see how the racing pans out here, but I'm still going to miss heroics and PvP. I'm that guy. I'm still going to talk about heroics because it's what I grew up with, if you will. I hope that a standalone PvP game with, and this is big for me, I want single player CPU. You know, that's in addition to the online stuff. As I've stated, if the plan is to leave PvP out of the main game, it makes perfect sense to have a standalone, price low, that can simply be updated with new characters and arenas with, say, the release of a new game. They could even do DLC, skin packs, things. It would be a lucrative deal. It's not like they'd be taking a hit on it. Now, I want to know your thoughts. Are you more excited about the online co-op in adventure mode or racing mode? Essentially, if you and all your friends get it on launch day, are you going to go home and be like, oh, let's beat the game? Or are you going to be like, let's race? Because it's going to be either or, and then I think there will be a few in-betweens. But if you had to pick, which one would it be? If you're looking for folks to race, which now a lot of people are, I encourage you to sign up on the Skylander Club forum. It is SkylanderClub.com. That's why I built the site. We've got people there. And that's the sad thing. If it's not like cross-platform, which I assume it isn't, you're going to miss out on a lot of your friends unless you're all like on the same console. For those that are wondering, yes, I will be hosting SkylanderClub.com racing tournaments, primarily with friends. I've got a Wii U and the Xbox One and the 3DS and the Wii. Wii's out, 3DS I can't record, so Wii U and Xbox One, I am available. Probably at really weird hours. Now, will you be focusing more on the adventure mode or the race mode? Are you planning on completing the game and then going all into the race? Are you going to do a little bit of both as you progress? Or are you just going to go out, grab Fiesta and the Crypt Crusher, get them leveled up, and go wreck everybody online? Legitimate question. I want to know what your plans are. That said, stay tuned for some more SuperChargers news. We've got some pretty interesting bios, particularly for Nightfall that'll get released to you. And once again, if you haven't done it, please check out the Skylander Club forum. You, the person watching this video, are the reason that I built the forum. So I want you to take advantage of it and enjoy it. That said, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like. If you learned something, leave a like. I try to be as educational as possible. You can follow me on Twitch, follow me on Facebook, circle me on Google+, whichever you prefer. Most importantly, make sure you're subscribed here. And again, SkylanderClub.com. Until next time, I will catch you later, and I hope you have a good one.